Okay, today we're gonna talk about present perfect simple tense, or often called just present perfect. First, traditionally, I'll explain to you the grammatical side of this tense, and in the next episode, I'll tell you the ways we can use it. In a nutshell, we use present perfect simple to show a past action that has some kind of connection to the present. It's not the most obvious tense, especially if you don't have anything similar in your language. Okay, what does the sentence in present perfect look like? First, as usual, comes the subject, followed by auxiliary verb have or has. Yes, you heard me correctly. Have is auxiliary verb in present perfect tense, and it's followed by the past participle form of the verb. If it's a regular verb, simply add ed to it. If it's an irregular verb, look into the table of irregular verbs I provided you a while ago. The past participle form of the verb is in the third column. For example, I have bought a new car. Don't think too much about the meaning of the sentence. I'll explain that to you in the next lesson. For now, let's just concentrate on the grammar of the sentence. I have bought a new car. Subject I is followed by auxiliary verb have, followed by the past participle form of the verb buy, which is bought. I have bought a new car. He has been so depressed since his wife left him. He is the subject, followed by auxiliary verb has, followed by the past participle form of the verb be, which is been. He has been so depressed since his wife left him. You have never tasted better wine than this. Subject you, then auxiliary verb have and never tasted. Taste is a regular verb, so we just add d to it. And when we have adverbs that enhance our verbs, like the adverb never in this example, it always goes before the verb. I have never been angrier in my life. Same story. Subject I, followed by auxiliary verb have, followed by adverb never, plus verb be in past participle form. The auxiliary verb have in present perfect is often contracted. I have, I've. You have, you've. He has, he's. She has, she's. It has, it's. Yeah, which looks exactly like he is, she is, it is. We have, we've. They have, they've. These contractions are extremely popular. Native speakers use them all the time. Do beware. We only contract have or has when they are auxiliary verbs, not finite verbs. If you want to know what the past participle is, I've made a special bonus episode on this subject. It's called Present and Past Participle. You can find it by browsing through the list of episodes of this course. Okay, how do we make a question in present perfect? That's pretty simple. The auxiliary verb have or has goes before the subject instead of after it. For example, have you ever been to Brazil? How long have you lived there? How many times have I told you to lock the door? And to make negative, we use have not or haven't, and has not or hasn't. For example, I haven't heard from him in a while. Boss, he hasn't taken the plane. I haven't slept for days. I need some rest. In the next episode, I'm gonna show you when we use present perfect simple. Stay tuned.